I became a Port Vale fan by accident really, because in 1986 me and my friend Paul were allowed to go on the bus out of Biddle for the first time, and we decided to come to Port Vale. Neither of us were Port Vale fans. I grew up watching Tottenham, to be honest, big fan of Glenn Hoddle and Waddle, but yeah, I thought coming and watch a football team right on my doorstep would be fun, and I came and watched Vale lose against York City 3-2. I remember the score really well. Jim Arnold was playing in goals for Vale, and he was somebody I'd heard of because he played for Everton before. But yeah, just standing on the terraces, I was in Lawn Street and listening to people sing. I'd seen it on TV, but I was just hooked from that day on. And in a couple of weeks' time after that, we were up against Man United in the Cup. We'd lost quite heavily away, and we came here in the second leg. And I just remember looking round and seeing Bobby Charlton in the director's box and thinking, I've never seen anyone that famous. Somebody who won a World Cup in Stoke-on-Trent. And yeah, we lost again heavily, but yeah, I was just totally addicted from day one. There was a competition in the Sentinel to design a kit, and that won. I hate to see what comes second. It actually won, just a plain white shirt with a black trim. I entered, mine was brilliant. But yeah, I can remember that poster being in Match Weekly. I've got so many great memories of coming to Port Vale. I can remember there's a very famous Stoke game in the Cup where the ball stuck in the mud with David Regis running away thinking he scored. I came to that game in the railway paddock with a Stoke fan. Stoke and Vale hadn't played that much against each other, probably about 5 or 6 times at that point, at that, you know, in that era. And yeah, I think our rivals when I first started coming here were Walsall, but all of a sudden they became Stoke because we were at a similar level, because like originally Port Vale were Division 4, Stoke were Division 1, but we got closer and closer, then we were playing each other. And yeah, I can remember Stoke scored first and there were Stoke fans in the railway paddock jumping up, and I thought, oh, this is going to be bad. And then all of a sudden some magic happened and it was beautiful. But there's so many great games. The Tottenham game, I appeared on Match of the Day. I don't show many people that footage, but yeah, I'm on Match of the Day, running on the pitch, try and congratulate Ray Walker. He was Port Vale's Glenn Hoddle to me. I just loved the guy, and him to score against Tottenham, who were the team that I grew up watching, was amazing. So that's another game. And I can remember playing Arsenal as well in the late 90s, and we took them to extra time and penalties, and the team was Seaman, Vieira, Bergkamp, Overmars, you know, these like household names. And for some reason, John Rudge always managed to put on a bit of magic here at Vale Park. Getting promoted recently, I was working here doing press for 6 Towns Radio. That was a magical moment for me because, you know, I'd followed them throughout the season, interviewing players, talking to Mickey Adams, and seeing and cross that line. I love that kit. That has got to be the best football kit ever. I've still got it up in the loft somewhere. And my son saw it in the club shop because he's got a mock-up of it and he wants it, the blue one. Look at Van Glan's moustache. My favourite Vale player when I first started coming was Ray Walker. Utabia killer was his little chant. I suppose it's hard to ignore Robbie Earle as well. Robbie Earle was just amazing, and to watch him to go on play, you know, for international games and go play in the Premier League for Wimbledon was just amazing. Tom Pope now. My son loves Tom Pope. He just absolutely loves him. He just doesn't stop talking about him amongst his friends. And what he's done for the club, the goals he's scored, in fact he just lives up the road, is just amazing. I'd say he's my current favourite player because my son loves him so much. Coming to Vale is never a chore. It's something that, you know, you wake up on a Saturday morning knowing that you're coming and you get excited about it. especially, you know, when they're doing good and, you know, there's maybe a game where there's a bit of excitement about it. So, yeah, I get here quite early and I walk through the car park and I speak to people I've never really known other than from Port Vale. They shout, "Hey, Terry," you know, and I go have a chat to them. We talk about, you know, the last game, what we expect of this game, and I'll come with my son now, Connor, and he says like, "Oh, do they know you from DJ?" And I'm like, "No, they know me from Vale." And he's like, "I can't believe it, people just know you from here." And I think it is just such a community club. I'd hate that to go. Now having Carol and Kevin in charge, I've seen a lot more of that come back, and people just excited about whatever is involved in the club, whether it's, you know, has climbed up the league, whether we're putting events on here. That community is buzzing again, and it's great for Bursham. Again, it's always been my favourite of the 6 towns, Bursham. I've lived here a couple of times, and yeah, I just think it's like a religion to me, Port Vale. It's in my heart. It's just something that can never go away. I get excited talking about it when I see somebody with a Vale tattoo or a Vale flag or a Vale scarf abroad. I'm straight over talking to. It's just something that, you know, I can never shake off.